welcome to Find a Franchise. My name is Michael Porter, and this is the show that showcases various franchises in the country. We meet the people behind these organizations and highlight some of the franchising opportunities that you can get your hands on. In studio with me today, I have Harry Nicolaides, CEO of property company Century 21. Harry, welcome to the studio.
Thank you, Michael.
So, Harry, tell us about Century 21, the brand, the heritage. Where does it come from?
Century 21 is a real estate brand. It emanated in the United States about 50 years ago. It's owned by a company called Reology, which is listed on the New York Stock Exchange.
Okay.
And today, it's the owner of the brand.
Right,
and today, It's got 8,800 independent franchises around the world on 81 countries, which makes it a global leader in real estate.
Right. How long has it been in South Africa for?
South Africa's been here for 10 years or so.
Okay.
So we are currently sitting at around 50 offices.
Right.
Our target is to grow as much as the market wants us to grow.
What sort of area within the market do you guys operate?
We operate in real estate sales, but we also do letting, and we also deal in commercial property.
Okay. Yeah. And developments and things like that?
We do developments. Currently, we're doing quite a big development in KwaZulu-Natal.
Right.
It's a 1.5 billion rand property development.
Okay.
Multi-use development, and our Upper Highway office is marketing it at the moment.
Okay, fantastic. Now, if I'm looking to be a franchisee and I want to be in the property game, you guys obviously want to grow your portfolio of franchises. Who would be the kind of person that you're looking for a franchisee?
It's a good question. That we primarily look at people who've got experience in property sales.
Okay.
But the thing we look at are business people, people who have got acumen, who've got a desire to succeed.
Okay.
So that's our focus. But property experience would be a benefit to become a franchisee.
And I imagine that you'd need all the relevant qualifications in the property business to be part of that as well.
Well, that's one of the benefits of joining Century 21. The landscape now and the criteria, the legal criteria to own a property sales franchise, it's quite onerous.
Right.
You've got to comply with the Estate Agency Affairs Board.
Yes.
The Estate Agency Affairs Board Act, together with all the various acts governing property ownership today and the purchase of property today. So one of the benefits of joining Century 21 is we guide and train prospects through those pitfalls. So I don't necessarily,
if I don't have huge experience, you guys have got the support and the mentorship almost to guide me through that process.
Yes, we're a typical franchise company, so we offer marketing initiatives through our National Advertising Fund.
Right.
We offer superb training, online training and face-to-face training.
Okay, good.
We offer administrative support and obviously all the tools and systems.
Okay. Now that support, obviously it's a startup support and then ongoing throughout your career as a franchisee of Century 21. Would that continue through the lifetime?
Absolutely, absolutely. Look, the landscape of property sales changes regularly.
Right.
As you know, the digital world is upon us now.
Yes.
The fourth revolution.
Absolutely.
So we have to embrace that, and we do. And laws change, trends change, and economics change.
Absolutely.
So you need a partner, a bigger brother that's got a collective knowledge, and a family to offer support when it's needed.
Absolutely.
And that's where we are strong.
Right. So Harry, what are some of the costs and criteria associated with taking on a Century 21 franchise?
It is cost effective. It's unlike buying or getting into a retail franchise where you're spending hundreds of thousands or sometimes millions on stock. But there is a sign-on fee where you get awarded the franchise. That is negotiable. It depends on the operator, it depends on the territory, it depends on the experience, whether you have an existing office or not. So we don't view the sign-on fee as a major aspect of entering into a relationship with you. What we do, though, insist on is working capital. Unlike getting into a retail business, you're not trading the next day. So by the time you set up an office, recruit agents, train them, they go on to sell, and the transfer process being 2-3 months down the line, it's imperative that our franchisees have some working capital available.
So they can support the business while they're getting ready.
Correct. And we're strict on that, but we're there to guide them and to assist them as best we can.
Right.
But that's probably going to be your major investment, is the actual working capital.
Harry, what do you believe are some of the sort of threats to the real estate world and agents as they exist currently, a traditional human being agent? Are there threats, or is it just changing nature of the game?
Look, it's a changing nature of the game. There is a threat of digital agencies taking over, where a purchaser could purchase a property online.
Yes.
Now, we know you can purchase a microwave and a TV online, but it's not so with property. Property, you've got to touch, feel, and smell it. And the role of traditional agents will always be there.
Yes.
And that fact comes from our collective knowledge around the world. As you can understand, we work in the most sophisticated property markets around the world, where technology abounds on all platforms, and internet connectivity and knowledge. Consumers have got knowledge now on which they can gain online. And our growth last year of over 800 offices proves that the role of a traditional agent is still required and still desired by buyers and sellers.
Yes.
So it's not really a threat, and we embrace the digital world through our marketing initiatives and our communication.
What makes Century 21 a great franchising opportunity if I am out there looking for something?
It's a brand that's proved itself, and it's the typical business argument. You can't be so successful for so long, over 50 years, and a global leader in real estate. As I said, 8,800 offices on 81 countries. You can't be that successful and not offer an honest product.
Yes.
So somewhere along the line, we're doing something right. We are desirable. People are finding that they want to engage with us. And I suppose it's the intellectual knowledge that we've got, the marketing initiatives that we offer, the training that we offer, and our end game is to make the purchase of a property to a consumer as pleasant as possible.
Absolutely.
And as risk-free as possible.
Okay, great. And I suppose also being a recognizable brand, Century 21, it's a great starting point if you're getting into business.
Sure. Also, our size does count in this instance. We, as you can imagine, our resources they're not unlimited, but they're quite large. This year, for example, we are partnering with the Tour de France, which is a huge sporting event annually. In fact, it's the largest viewed sporting event which happens annually at a single sporting event. So you've got 3.5 billion people worldwide following the Tour de France. It's over a 3-week period, and we've joined them as official partner.
Okay.
So the size of our brand benefits us in those ways.
Because it's huge international exposure, which then benefits locally as well.
Correct. Just interesting, our sales this year are going to probably be around 1.5 trillion rand, which is globally, which is almost the same as South Africa's GDP for a year.
It's an incredible amount of money, that. Now, let's just go back and touch on some of the support that you guys offer a franchise. From a business perspective, you obviously come with a huge amount of institutional knowledge as a company. So to understand and run the business, how involved are you in the running of the business or the setup of the business so that the franchisee is able to take that and run with it?
Look, we consider all our franchisees to be our partners.
Yes.
We really harp on this family story. There are people behind a brand. There are people behind a franchise. And we do everything to ensure that they succeed. So we do literally take their hand from the beginning, and we guide them through the whole process, from acquiring the franchise to opening the office and thereafter, because at the end of the day, it's all about growth as well. So no matter where you are at any point in time, no matter how successful you are at any point in time, if you don't grow your market share the following year and the year thereafter, you will run into trouble. So we guide our franchisees throughout the whole process. They effectively, in our minds, are our partners, and we enjoy and push the family setup. And everyone's accessible to everybody else.
Wonderful. Now, from a protection, if I can call it that point of view, if I take on or buy into a Century 21 franchise, how safe am I knowing that there are not going to be another 5 franchises that come into my area within the next year and suddenly I'm a little bit stuck?
Well, that's a great question. In South Africa, we award franchises are based on a territory.
Okay.
So, for example, if you would want a franchise in a specific town or city, we award an exclusive franchise where you would be the only Century 21 franchise in that specific territory.
Right, so you're not going to have competition amongst your brand.
Correct. What we do to spur business is we obviously, as you can imagine, we network with each other.
Yes.
We network globally and we network locally. So if you, for example, want to purchase a property in London or in Tokyo or in Los Angeles, you'd do it through us and it would go to a Century 21 office that's got the same value system that we have in South Africa there.
Wonderful.
But also nationally, locally, we've got a wonderful referral system. People moving to Cape Town, people wanting to buy here, Durban, or anywhere in South Africa. We've got a great referral system.
Wonderful. And it just harps back to that idea of family and working together towards a common goal, which is great. All right, Harry, where can we find some more information if people out there are looking to get involved?
Well, I've thought about that question, and I think you can find us anywhere, and anywhere on the digital field. So I'd be upset with my marketing department if we're not, for example, on Facebook, on Instagram, our websites, property portals all over the place. So we are visible and we are accessible, and you can contact us via the digital world on almost any platform.
Brilliant. Harry, thank you so much. It was great to chat to you. Sounds like a fantastic opportunity.
Thank you, Michael.
Wonderful.
I appreciate it.
Well, if you want to get hold of Harry and find out more about Century 21, you can contact him on the details shown on screen below. And if you'd like to feature your franchise on the show, contact Andre Stadler on the email on screen for more information. I'm Michael Porter, and I'll catch you next time on Find a Franchise.